a lot of detail. I'm sure you why this gun grab thing that's going on. The prospect of gun control in Virginia draws threats, promise of armed protest. I'm going to show you why this is just propaganda. First, I'm going to start with, and my computer's running a little slow. It's lagging for some reason. We've been having a lot of lagging internet connection lately. First, I'm going to start with August the 29th of 2019. Hurricane Dorian intensifies to Category 2, set to slam Florida as major storm on Labor Day. They upped the category to a 4, and they kept fear-mongering everybody, telling everybody this was going to hit Florida. And you know what happened? It didn't hit anything. Not Florida, right? But what happened when they started doing this? People triggered. They all ran out to Walmart, mostly Walmarts, started buying up all the water and the food, and every year, I live in Florida. Every year we have hurricane season. Occasionally we'll get one, right? We'll actually get a big storm come through. A lot of the times it's just really big tropical storms, and not necessarily hurricanes, but they fearmonger people. And every year, Home Depot, Lowe's, these big corporate companies, they sell out of the generators because, you might not be able to buy a generator this year, but maybe you'll get one next year. Okay. And that's what was going on. I actually did a live video of this on my Facebook wall. I live in Florida. I was like showing everybody this. I said, there's no hurricane near us. It's not going to hit us. And then it didn't. A couple of days later, they're talking about, oh, no, it's not going to hit. Okay, so this is fear-mongering so that you will go out and purchase their products every year. Okay, this is what happens. I was in another hurricane, Hurricane Irma, and that one was actually going to turn in on the west coast of Florida and hit Tampa. And that's where I live. I'm like, look, we need to go. We packed up and ended up spending money we didn't have to spend. To evacuate. That's a whole nother story about what happened. The people stranded on the sides of the roads. There was no gas at the gas stations, and there was no traffic coming southbound. All the traffic was northbound. No southbound traffic, and not a single tanker coming down the road to bring gas to the people that needed it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now let's get to this gun stuff. This is bullcrap. Okay, this is bullcrap. This is propaganda. And I'm going to show you why. Because what makes the world go round? What is DC really concerned about? What they're really concerned about is your money. That's what it all comes down to, is your money. They don't care about anything else but the money. Okay, so I'm going to show you. If you would just take the time to go look at, let's just look here at this article here. This is from the Washington Post. This is in 2015. And it says what? Gun sales hit a new record ahead of new Obama gun restrictions. So in 2015, they came out with this propaganda. And what happened? Everybody ran to the store and started buying guns. Oh, they're going to take our guns? We better stock up. We better stock up on our guns and our ammunition because they're going to take our guns. Oh, my God. Because I sit in front of this freaking boob tube eating my food-like products, and I believe everything that comes out of that TV. Oh, so in 2015, this very same thing happened that's happening in 2019. We're going to take your guns, and everybody runs and buys guns. So what's this one say? What's this article say? This is 2013 from the New York Times, if it'll load up here. Sales of guns soar in U.S. as nation weighs tougher limits. As Washington focuses on what Vice President Joe Biden will propose next week to curb gun violence, gun and ammunition sales to curb gun violence, gun and ammunition sales are spiking in the rest of the country as people rush to expand their arsenals in advance of any restrictions that might be imposed. So there you get again. 2013, they had you run to the gun stores getting guns. 2015, they had you run into the gun stores getting guns. What's this one? This is same thing. New York Times. We can get rid of that one. Here's California. California, where it's like sanctuary cities and stuff, right? Okay, this is what year was this? Does it have a year on it? Well, I think it says 2016. But California ammunition providers are seeing a spike in sales ahead of a new state law that will clamp down on individuals trying to buy ammunition. Okay, they're fear-mongering you people, okay? That's all it is. Why? To get you to go to the store to buy some more guns and buy their products that they sell, okay? Let's take a look at the top gun manufacturers. This is from data. Oh gosh, I don't even know what the name of this website is. But this is the top gun manufacturers in the world, 2019 to 2020. This came out May 16th, 2019. And you can get a little history on guns, blah, blah, blah. And then you get down here and it tells you who are the top guns manufacturers. You've got Smith & Wesson. They were founded in 1852. Their revenue, does it say what year this is for? Let's see if it says what year this is for. 2019 to 2020. Okay, this is the year. What was their revenue for Smith & Wesson? $903 million. Okay, Remington. They were founded in 1816. How much was their revenue? $865 million. Ruger. I don't know a whole lot about guns and companies, but I'm just, showing you the money. Okay, $664 million. Sig Sauer, Never Settle. They made, data is unavailable for revenue. We got Heckler and Koch, Koch. Now, isn't the Koch brothers? Is this the Koch brothers? I don't know. I am not going to spend the time to research whether or not this is the Koch brothers that's involved in all the politics. I'm not going to do it. Could be a different Koch. Who knows? But how much money do they make? Well, this is Euro money. And I think I did a little thing on it, to tell you how much in U.S. dollars that was. And I think it came to like 200 and something million dollars, something like that. Okay. So there's no revenue on these people, how much they made. Colt Defense, no data for the revenue, but they definitely have revenue, okay? Beretta, they had 679.40 million euros. And when you convert that to the U.S. dollars, it's even more than that, I think. The Springfield Armory, no data for their revenue, but they're making revenue. This is another one, no revenue. They're not telling you how much they're making. This guy, Taurus, they made $342 million. This is why they're not going to take your guns, people. This is profitable. And they use these stories to make you think that they're going to take them away, and then you run by their stuff. Okay, because why would they give up this kind of money? They wouldn't. Okay, and you just fall right in line with their propaganda. They're not going to take your guns. First of all, it's our constitutional right. They can't override the Constitution. It's all fear-mongering, just like they did with the hurricane. Okay? Oh, the big hurricane, they did they did it, Hurricane Irma back in 2017. It was Hurricane Irma. And then they had Hurricane Duran, and that didn't pan out. But everybody went and bought all this money. They buy lumber to board up their windows, the generators, the water, the food, the gas. It's just a way to get you to spend your money in addition to all the money that they force you to pay for their taxes that they then, send overseas and then have it, laundered right back into their bank accounts. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to atf.gov. And let's look at some of these statistics. Oh, that's the wrong one. So National Firearms Act, tax revenues from 1984 to 2017. Now, take a look at this. I had to zoom in a little bit on this one, maybe. So in 1984, the occupational tax that was paid was a little over $500,000. Transfer and making tax paid, $666,000, and that's 1984. Okay, this is how much they paid in taxes. Let's go on. You can go over here and look this stuff up yourself. Okay, we'll just scroll on down to 2017. I'm sorry. Let's go over here. Transfer and making tax paid, $666,000 in 1984. It just increases as you go. And when you get down to 2016, this is when the big surge came, right? They were fear-mongering you. You see what happened? 2014, 15, these numbers exploded. 22 million, 32 million, 62 million. And then in 2017, it dropped off because Donald Trump got elected, right? We weren't going to have to worry about our guns, right? Okay. You could go over here and look at this information, okay, if you want to. It's up to you. But there were some other things that I wanted to show you from this website, which is the atf.gov website, which was how much money they were making selling firearms. But here's the important thing that I really wanted to show you. I guess I'll just go to this one right here. This is from 2018. Take a second to load. Yeah, it's taking a little longer to load. Here's what I want to show you. Okay, the Firearms Commerce in the United States Annual Statistical Update 2018, the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. All three of these are big, huge money makers. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Okay? Now, this tells you firearms that are manufactured from 1986 to 2016. In 1986, there was a total firearms that were manufactured of 3,040,934 firearms manufactured. That's 1986. Let's scroll on down to 2016, where 11 million firearms were manufactured. Okay? And that would be U.S. manufacturers. I'll scroll on down. And they've got this little graph, this little pie chart graph by the year down to 2016. And you can see the visual pie chart, okay? And then, down here, 13, 14, 15, it just spikes, okay? Because they fearmonger you into going to buy their products. Now, then we make firearms. We make firearms to export them. We export them, okay? And let's see. 2016, we exported 376,818 firearms out of the country. Okay? So then you've got your little pie chart for that. Okay, well, we've got another one here. 1990 through 1995. It slowed down in 96. And this was right about when Reagan was president, and then Bill Clinton came in. And then we have another spike in 2006. Just before Obama was elected, because he was elected in 2008. And then 2013, 14, 15, and 16, it spikes back up. And this is what we're exporting out of the country. Okay? Firearm imports. This is the one that really, really ought to wake you up. If the United States was trying to get rid of firearms, then why are they allowing firearms to be imported? This is from 1986 to 2017. In 1986, there was 701,000 firearms that were imported into our country. We'll go on down to 2017. Well, we had a big spike in 2013, right? And that was one of the articles I showed you from 2013, where they're fear-mongering you. Okay, so then you have, by 2017, we've got, 4.5 million guns being imported into our country. And if they were worried and wanted to take your guns, they wouldn't be allowing this to happen. Okay? They just wouldn't. So they got another little pie chart there. Okay, import applications. Okay, importation applications. So they even have to pay money in order to do this, and they get money every year. Okay, this is revenue for the folks in DC that are the ones that take your money and spend it, and they never give you any of it. Okay, they just take it. Here we go. Firearms imported into the United States by country in 2017. Let's take a look at this. Which countries are importing firearms into our country? Austria, Brazil, Germany, Turkey, Croatia, Italy, Canada, Czech Republic, China, Philippines. Well, China, let's see, handguns, rifles. What are they doing? They're importing shotguns. That's what they're importing. Okay, the Philippines, Japan, Spain, Belgium, Finland, Argentina, Serbia, United Kingdom, Israel. Yeah, and the United Kingdom is importing quite a bit. Israel, Russia, Romania, Switzerland, Portugal, Slovenia, Bulgaria, Slavic Republic, France, Australia, Taiwan, and others. A total of 4.5 million firearms were imported into the United States in 2017. They're not going to take your guns. They're not. They're making money. Selling guns, fear-mongering you into running out and buying some more. Okay? And it gives them something to talk about so that we're not talking about what they're actually doing with our money. They keep you distracted. Okay, that's what it's all about. I've been watching the Virginia thing, and like, man, they're not going to do it. People have such short attention spans that they forget. They forget because every day or every week, they come up with a new crisis, okay? And then you never hear the follow-up stories about the previous crisis, which tells me it really wasn't a crisis to begin with. Why aren't we hearing the result of whatever incident occurred or whatever the problem is, okay? And then it's this 24-hour news cycle, okay? Repeat. People sit in front of that TV and they listen to it over and over and over. And if you know anything about advertising, repeating something, if you repeat the name brand, that's what Trump did, right? That's how he branded himself. Everything he does, he puts that name Trump on it, okay? That's just the way advertising works. Repeat. And they just pound this stuff into you. And I watch the folks on Facebook, and they're not thinking. They're not looking at the data and the facts of what's really going on. Now, this is the National Firearms Act, firearms processed by form type. They also have one in here that tells you how many people got approved and how many were denied. Very few people are denied a weapon. Very few, compared to the numbers that are being, approved. But you can go over here. It's the ATF.gov. Go over there and check it out. Go look. I didn't do a live post. I wasn't doing videos back when I did this research, but I was looking into the Department of Education. They get $900 billion annually. And in 1930, I think the federal education budget was like $2 billion a year. It's $900 billion a year now. And in 1930, we had 200,000 more public schools than we do today. And we got textbooks back then. Every student got a textbook for every subject, and they had to carry it home in that dang backpack. I know people my age remember having to carry that big old backpack with all them books. But today, they don't get textbooks anymore. So we're not buying books. We have 200,000 fewer schools, and the budget is $900 billion. Where's that money going? Okay, it's just money. It's all about money. And so I guess that's really pretty much the end of my video, that I want to show you. They're fear-mongering you. Oh, looky here. National Firearms Act, Special Occupational Taxpayers by State. Tax year 2017. And then you can go just look at your own state. Okay? Especially, here's what, how about Arkansas? Arkansas is like the duck capital of the world. Arkansas is where all the guys go to deer hunt because there's so many, the population of deer there just is very abundant. Okay. And you look at them, the importers 14, manufacturers 89. It doesn't it's not what they tell us. It doesn't compare. It's like you look somewhere else and you think, well, this state, you wouldn't think they'd have that many, and they have more than where you think it ought to be. Here's the federal firearm licenses. You go look at this data, man. Just go look at the data, and then think about what they're actually telling you and what's really on paper. They are fear-mongering you because they want you to go buy their products. Now, I'm not going to do it, but you can. And that is to go find out who owns these gun manufacturing companies and who has stock in them. Is it the people on TV telling you that they're going to take your guns? They scare you into going and buying, and then you just buy their products. I'm sorry. Y'all can disagree with me. I don't care. I never have a problem with anybody disagreeing with me. This is my opinion. This is what I see. And I'm just trying to get people to go beyond looking at a meme. Go beyond depending on the TV to tell you the truth. And for you to start reading and doing your own research. And it doesn't take very long. When I decided to do this 30 minutes ago, I went and tucked my daughter into bed and came out here and, well, I'm done doing the video now. I mean, that's how long it took me to do this research. Do it yourself. Share my video and let's educate some people.